Hey Danny, you want to hear about programming languages?
Do I ever?
So Danny, have you ever heard of C++?
Hey, cool cats, what you talking about?
Coding languages!
Hey, have you ever heard of processing?
No, please tell us more!
Well, Danny, processing is a coding language developed in 2001 by Ben Fry and Casey Reyes. It's based on Java. Think of it as Java's autistic French cousin.
That's pretty groovy. Does processing have if statements?
You know it.
How does your programming language work?
Well, Danny, it's object-oriented programming, which we in the industry like to call OOP.
Whoa, what a coincidence. My language uses OOP too.
Say, did you know that processing is globally recognized for its creativity?
That's pretty swell.
That wasn't...
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Also, founder Ben Fry created a company called Fathom, which helps users get the most out of their data by visualizing it.
Neato!
I bet you your coding language uses an IDE to code and debug it. Well, processing uses a sketchbook instead. The sketchbook can be used not only to write code, but also to visually design the output for the data.
Okay, PD, go.
Is there anything else interesting about processing?
Say it one more time.
Is there anything else interesting about processing?
Yes, since processing helps users visualize their data, often the return is an image on a screen. Processing allows the return of 2D, 3D, and even PDF objects. This makes it very useful for all users.
That's pretty swell.
Say, Danny, we haven't heard anything interesting about your language yet.
My language, Scheme, is slightly different, because it is the language that is primarily used for teaching. It is designed to work well with various programming styles, including object-oriented. Because the programmer can worry less about the syntax of the language, they can spend more time focusing on how to approach the problem instead of how to write it.
Who uses your language for teaching?
You see, Petey, the scope of people in schools using Scheme is spread across a broad spectrum. There are tons of high schools and colleges that use Scheme as a language to teach programming to their students.
Which colleges?
Well, there's some very high-end schools that use it because of how simple it is. The list includes Yale, University of Chicago, Harvard, and many others. Shh, over now.
That's really interesting. My language is also used in high-end schools too, but mine is also used by a significant amount of people around the world. So frequent that it's considered a portable language, which means that it has a wider range of compilers that are able to run on various platforms. Also, C++ standard library has the capability of running it off many platforms with only a couple minor changes.
Here's some power. One significant characteristic of Scheme is that it does not use any looping constructs. That means that any sort of looping that the programmer wants to create needs to be done solely by the use of recursion.
That's interesting because I know that C++ allows the use of while loops and for loops. The recursion is also an option.
There's one more important difference between Scheme and your languages. In Scheme, the data types are all treated as equal. That means that what one can do to one data type can be done to every data type. Some commonly used data types include characters, lists, arrays, strings, and boolean.
Okay. Wait,
This is still recorded.
That's fine. Okay. But
Go
I was
ahead.
saying processing uses the same data type.
Processing treats data types the same way too.
Okay.
Actually, not two, just the same way.
Okay. Processing treats data types the same way also.
Well, even though my language is the same data types, that is very different from what I'm used to.
As if my language wasn't different enough, an integer is treated as a rational number. I know that in certain languages, such as Java, integers can only be whole numbers. This is not the case with Scheme.
That is strange. Like Java, C++ does treat integers as whole numbers. Languages use multiple inheritance.
What's multiple inheritance?
Essentially, multiple inheritance is a feature of some OOP languages. in which a class has the ability to inherit characteristics from more than one superclass.
Well, I suppose that just about wraps up this segment.
You got
Okay. Of course. Tune in next time to learn about how to get into clown school. We'll be hosting a very special guest, Candy Butterscotch the Clown. Goodbye!